Earth is packed with mind-blowing geographical wonders that defy logic and stretch the limits of what we think is possible. Imagine a country bigger than an entire planet, a city with a population you can count on one hand, or a place where the air is so cold it freezes as you breathe. As bizarre as that may sound, there's even an island within a lake. On an island, inside yet another lake. From disappearing lakes to rivers hidden beneath the ocean, get ready to uncover 50 mind-blowing geography facts that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about our world. But first, if you love learning about the craziest, most unbelievable places on Earth, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on our latest videos. So let's dive right in. At number 1. Did you know there's a place where lightning strikes more than anywhere else on Earth? Lake Maracaibo in Venezuela holds the record for the most lightning strikes per square kilometer, with an average of 260 storm days per year. The phenomenon known as Catatumbo lightning can produce up to 28 lightning flashes per minute, making it one of the most surreal weather phenomena on Earth. At number 2, everyone loves a bit of snow, but did you know that there's a place on Earth that's so cold that even the air that comes out of your mouth will freeze there? Antarctica experiences extremely cold temperatures during the winter. The average temperature across Antarctica during winter is around negative 34.4 degrees Celsius or negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit, with the lowest recorded temperature being negative 89.4 degrees Celsius. That's negative 129 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you ever plan to visit that part of the world, make sure to pack up enough sweaters. At number 3, in the Philippines, there is an island within a lake. On an island within a lake. On yet another island. This seemingly impossible place is called Vulcan Point, a small rocky island sitting within the main crater lake, which itself rests inside Taal Volcano, all of which is part of the larger Luzon Island. It remains one of the rarest geological formations on Earth. At number 4, the world is full of places that have quite unique names, but do you know about the longest name for any place in the world? So apparently in New Zealand, there's a place whose official name is... No, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but here's a reporter that actually nailed it.
Right, fine and sunny weather in te taumata whakatangihanga kōwauwau o tamatea turi pūka ka piki maunga horonuku pō kai whenua ki tana tahu.
It's actually a hill in the North Island, and this long unpronounceable name basically translates to the summit where Tamatea, the man with the big knees who traversed mountains and valleys known as the Land Eater, played his flute to his beloved. Pretty interesting. Number 5. Did you know that the Dead Sea isn't actually a sea at all? It's a lake. Due to its extremely high salt concentration, people started referring to it as a sea, and over time the name stuck. In reality, it's a hypersaline lake, one of the saltiest in the world, where you can float effortlessly on the surface. Number 6. Did you know that the Sahara Desert, one of the largest and most well-known deserts in the world, wasn't always an arid wasteland? Around 10,000 years ago, it was a lush green landscape, teeming with vegetation, lakes, and even human settlements. This period, known as the African Humid Period, gradually ended due to shifts in Earth's orbit and atmospheric patterns, transforming the region into the vast desert we see today. At number 7, did you know that Greenland is so massive that early explorers once mistook it for a separate continent? Greenland is the world's largest island, covering an astonishing 2.16 million square kilometers or 834,000 square miles. Despite its icy landscape, most of its land mass is hidden beneath a thick sheet of ice that averages about 1.5 miles or 2.4 kilometers in thickness. If all that ice were to melt, it could raise global sea levels. With a population of just around 56,000 people, Greenland remains one of the most remote and least densely populated places on Earth. Number 8. The Great Barrier Reef of Australia is one of the most breathtaking natural wonders on the planet. But did you know that it's so massive that it can be seen from space, stretching over 2,300 kilometers or 1,400 miles? It's the largest coral reef system on Earth, composed of nearly 3,000 individual reefs and 900 islands. So, the next time you're looking at a satellite image of Australia and spot a vast, bright patch in the ocean, you're likely looking at the Great Barrier Reef. At number 9, Mount Everest is the tallest mountain in the world. But here's something even more fascinating. It's still growing. Due to the movement of the Earth's tectonic plates, Everest rises by about 4 millimeters or 0.16 inches every year. Over time, this gradual but relentless rise is reshaping the highest point on our planet, meaning future climbers may face an even greater challenge. Number 10. Beneath the Black Sea, an extraordinary underwater river carves its way along the ocean floor, complete with waterfalls, rapids, and banks just like a river on land. The remarkable discovery of this underwater river was announced on August 1st, 2010, by scientists at the University of Leeds. It stands as the first known instance of a deep-sea current mimicking the characteristics of a surface river, complete with channels and waterfalls. This hidden current is so massive that if it were on the surface, it would be the 6th largest river in the world by volume, flowing with as much water as the Danube River. At number 11, there are approximately 304 million lakes across the globe. But despite this staggering number, Lake Baikal in Russia holds nearly 20% of the world's total freshwater supply. Not only is it the deepest lake on Earth, plunging to an astonishing depth of 1,642 meters or 5,387 feet, but it is also the oldest, estimated to be around 25 million years old. If you drained all its water, it would take all the rivers on Earth an entire year to fill it back up. At number 12, most people know that Russia is the largest country in the world. But did you know it's so vast that it actually covers more area than Pluto? Russia spans an incredible 17 million square kilometers, while Pluto's total surface area is 16.6 million square kilometers. That means Russia is not just larger than some countries, it's bigger than an entire dwarf planet. If you could lay Pluto over Russia, it wouldn't even fully cover the country. That's how big Russia is. Number 13. Did you know that there are more trees on Earth than stars in the galaxy? It sounds hard to believe, but scientists estimate that Earth has more trees than there are stars in the Milky Way, with roughly 3 trillion trees compared to the galaxy's estimated 100 to 400 billion stars. Even after centuries of deforestation, forests still cover about 31% of our planet's land area. Just imagine how lush and green Earth would be if human activity hadn't cleared so much land over time. At number 14, snakes can be terrifying, slithering out of nowhere and sometimes carrying deadly venom. However, there's one place on Earth where you'll never have to worry about them: Antarctica. This frozen continent is completely free of snakes due to its extreme cold, making it the only snake-free continent on the planet. Antarctica has no snakes, and until snakes evolve to survive in sub-zero temperatures, the frozen continent will remain their final frontier for millions of years to come. Number 15. Did you know that Istanbul is one of the few cities in the world that spans 2 continents, Europe and Asia, divided by the Bosporus Strait? This unique transcontinental city has become a living bridge between the East and West for centuries, shaping its culture, architecture, and history like nowhere else on Earth. In fact, every day, thousands of people commute between continents as effortlessly as crossing a city street. At number 16, Mauna Loa in Hawaii holds the title of the largest volcano on Earth. If you measure it from its base on the ocean floor, it towers an astonishing 9 kilometers. 33,500 feet high, making it even taller than Mount Everest when measured from base to summit. Number 17. Did you know that Las Vegas is the brightest city on Earth when viewed from space? With millions of dazzling neon lights and extravagant displays illuminating the famous strip, the city generates an immense artificial glow that outshines any other city on the planet. This breathtaking radiance is so bright that astronauts aboard the International Space Station can easily spot it. Number 18. If you've ever wanted to stand in two different hemispheres at once, there's a place where you can do exactly that. The Mitad del Mundo in Ecuador marks the equator, the imaginary line dividing the northern and southern hemispheres. Visitors can literally stand with one foot in each hemisphere, making it one of the most fascinating geographical spots in the world. While the exact location of the equator has shifted slightly due to modern GPS calculations, the monument remains a popular attraction for travelers looking to experience this unique phenomenon firsthand. At number 19, there are approximately 8 billion people on Earth. But did you know that nearly 1/3 of the total population lives in just 2 countries? China and India together account for over 2.8 billion people, making them the most populous countries on the planet. Number 20. If I were to ask you about the highest point on Earth, I'm sure you'll answer Mount Everest within seconds. But what about the lowest point? The lowest point of Earth is actually the Challenger Deep, which is located in the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean and goes to a depth of about 36,000 feet. To put it in perspective, you could stack the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building, over 13 times from end to end. That's pretty deep. At number 21, did you know that Whittier, Alaska is a town where almost everyone lives in the same building? Instead of a traditional neighborhood, nearly all 200 residents live inside a single 14-story structure called Begich Towers. But this isn't just an apartment complex. It's an entire community under one roof. Inside, you'll find a post office, grocery store, school, church, and even a medical clinic. Some residents even go weeks without stepping outside. Number 22. What if I told you that you can be in 4 US states at once without any magic or superpowers? At Four Corners Monument in the United States, you could stand at the precise intersection where Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, and Utah meet. This unique landmark allows you to be in 4 states simultaneously, making it a one-of-a-kind geographical wonder. Number 23. Maldives holds the title of the world's flattest country, with its highest natural point rising just 2.4 meters, or 7.9 feet above sea level, with an elevation difference of only 5 meters, or 16.4 feet, between its highest and lowest points. It is one of the most vulnerable countries to climate change and rising sea levels. Experts warn that it faces a very real risk of being submerged by the ocean in the future. At number 24. Did you know that Canada is home to more lakes than the rest of the world combined? With over 879,000 lakes, Canada contains around 62% of the world's total freshwater lakes. Among them, the largest is Lake Superior, which alone holds enough water to cover North and South America in 30 centimeters or 12 inches of water. This makes Canada the ultimate destination for freshwater lovers and outdoor enthusiasts. 25. Antarctica is famously snake-free due to its extreme cold, but did you know it's also home to one of the driest places on Earth? The McMurdo Dry Valleys receive so little precipitation that some regions haven't seen rain in millions of years. This makes it one of the most extreme deserts on the planet. 26. When you hear the name Greenland, you might picture a land filled with lush greenery, but the reality is quite the opposite. Over 80% of Greenland's surface is covered by a vast ice sheet, making it one of the coldest and most inhospitable places on Earth. The irony of its name traces back to early Viking explorers who likely used it as a clever marketing tactic to attract settlers. Number 27. Did you know that the Dead Sea is slowly dying. This legendary saltwater lake is shrinking at an alarming rate, with its water level dropping by over 1 meter or 3 feet each year due to excessive water diversion and climate change. If this trend continues, one of the world's most unique natural wonders could one day disappear entirely from the map. 28. The Andes mountain range, stretching along the western edge of South America, holds the title of the longest range on Earth, spanning an incredible 7,000 kilometers, 4,350 miles, across 7 countries. It is home to breathtaking landscapes, ancient civilizations, and the towering Mount Aconcagua, the highest peak outside of Asia. 29. Imagine waking up one day to find an entire city like New York, Shanghai, or Mumbai vanished without a trace, swallowed by the sea. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? Well, this is exactly what happened to the ancient Egyptian city of Heraklion. Once a thriving hub of trade and culture, it mysteriously sank beneath the Mediterranean Sea around 1200 years ago. Lost to history for centuries, it was rediscovered in the year 2000, revealing stunning ruins, statues, and artifacts perfectly preserved underwater. Pretty interesting. At number 30, carved by the Colorado River over millions of years, the Grand Canyon is so massive that it creates its own weather patterns. The extreme variations in elevation cause significant differences in temperature, wind, and precipitation between the canyon floor and the rim. As air moves through the canyon's depths, it interacts with the rugged landscape, sometimes leading to sudden changes in weather, including unexpected storms and fog formations. 31. Russia is the largest country in the world, but have you ever wondered which one is the smallest? Vatican City holds the title as the smallest country in the world, with an area of just 0.49 square kilometers. It was established as a sovereign state in 1929 with the signing of the Lateran Treaty, which recognized its independence from Italy. This tiny independent state is home to the Pope, stunning architecture, and priceless works of art, making it one of the most unique places on Earth. 32. Did you know that nearly 90% of the world's population resides in the Northern Hemisphere? Out of the almost 8 billion people on Earth, around 6.57 billion live north of the equator. This vast region includes major continents like North America, Europe, most of Africa, Asia, and even parts of South America, making it the most densely inhabited half of the planet. At number 33, Sweden holds the record for having the most islands in the world, with an astonishing total of around 267,570 islands. Of these, approximately 8,000 have buildings on them, though many remain uninhabited. In fact, only 984 islands are home to permanent residents. 34. Imagine a place where the sun never sets for months. Welcome to Svalbard, Norway, one of the northernmost inhabited places on Earth. During the summer, this Arctic town experiences a natural phenomenon known as the midnight sun, with continuous daylight for weeks. This happens because of the tilt of the Earth's axis at about 23.5 degrees. In the summer of the Northern Hemisphere, the North Pole is tilted toward the sun, enabling it to have constant daylight above the Arctic Circle. At number 35, California is bigger than Canada, at least when it comes to population. While Canada is the second largest country in the world by land area, it has a population of about 40 million people. Meanwhile, California alone is home to over 39 million residents, almost as many people as the entire country of Canada, despite California being just a fraction of its size. 36. Have you ever come across a place so underwhelming that it was officially named a disappointment? Well, Australia's Mount Disappointment holds that exact title. Standing 800 meters high, 2,600 feet, this mountain earned its name in 1824 when two explorers hoping for a grand view instead found their expectations completely let down by the dense tree cover. Ironically, their disappointment lives on in the mountain's name to this day and is now a popular hiking spot. 37. Did you know that Canada is home to over 3 million lakes? More than any other country on Earth. In fact, around 60% of the world's total lakes are found within Canada's borders. These lakes collectively contain more freshwater than all other countries combined, holding nearly 20% of the planet's fresh water supply. Among them, Lake Superior, shared with the US, is the largest by surface area, while Great Bear Lake is the biggest entirely within Canada. At number 38, Nepal is the only country in the world with a non-rectangular national flag, a unique design that reflects its cultural and geographical identity. The flag consists of two stacked triangles, symbolizing the Himalayan mountains and the country's two major religions, Hinduism and Buddhism. 39. The Amazon River is home to one of the rarest and most fascinating species on the planet, the pink river dolphin. Unlike marine dolphins, these freshwater creatures boast a distinctive pink hue due to the proximity of their blood vessels to the skin and a unique ability to flush their color in response to excitement or agitation, making them one of the most mysterious and adaptable creatures in the world. At number 40, the Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia is the world's largest salt flat, spanning over 10,000 square kilometers. During the rainy season, a thin layer of water turns the flat into an enormous mirror. The thin layer of water atop the flats creates a reflection of the sky above, blurring the line between where land ends and sky begins, creating one of the most surreal and breathtaking landscapes on Earth. 41. Did you know that Africa is the only continent in the entire world that's present in all 4 hemispheres? The northern, southern, eastern, and western hemispheres. This unique geographical position makes Africa the only landmass that is truly centered on the globe. 42. The deepest man-made hole on Earth is the Kola Super Deep borehole in Russia, plunging an astonishing 12,261 meters, or 40,230 feet, into the Earth's crust. This ambitious Soviet scientific project, which began in 1970, aimed to study the Earth's deep structure. However, drilling had to be halted in 1992 when temperatures exceeded 180 degrees Celsius or 356 degrees Fahrenheit, making further progress impossible. 43. When you think of pyramids, Egypt likely comes to mind, but did you know that the country with the most pyramids isn't Egypt? Sudan actually has over 200 pyramids, significantly outnumbering Egypt's 118. These ancient Nubian pyramids were built by the Kingdom of Kush, an advanced civilization that once thrived along the Nile. 44. Tokyo, Japan holds the title of the world's most populated city, with a metropolitan area housing over 37 million people. As a global financial powerhouse and cultural epicenter, Tokyo is renowned for its blend of ancient traditions and cutting-edge technology, drawing millions of visitors every year. 45. On the other hand, the world's least populated city is Monowai, Nebraska, with a population of just 1. Elsie Eiler. She is the town's sole resident, property owner, and even serves as the mayor, librarian, and bartender. She runs the only business in town, a small tavern where she grants herself a liquor license every year. While it might sound lonely, Elsie embraces her unique role, keeping Monowai's history alive as a one-woman city. Number 46. Believe it or not, Australia has a wider diameter than the Moon. While Earth's natural satellite measures about 3,474 kilometers or 2,159 miles across, the Australian continent stretches approximately 4,000 kilometers or 2,485 miles from east to west. That means if you could place the Moon over Australia, the landmass would extend beyond its edges. At number 47, the world's largest living creature isn't a whale, elephant, or even a giant tree. It's the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, spanning over 2,300 kilometers or 1,430 miles. This colossal coral ecosystem is so vast that it can be seen from space, and it is home to an incredible diversity of marine life, including more than 1,500 species of fish and 400 types of coral, playing a crucial role in the ocean's biodiversity. At number 48, Australia boasts a coastline stretching over 50,000 miles and is home to over 10,000 breathtaking beaches, offering some of the most stunning coastal landscapes in the world. If you were to visit a different beach every single day, it would take you up to 27 years to experience all the beaches in Australia, making Australia a must-see paradise for beach lovers. 49. Did you know that China spans an enormous 3.7 million square miles, yet the entire country operates under a single time zone, Beijing time? In contrast, the United States has 6 distinct time zones, while Russia, the largest country in the world, is divided into a staggering 11 time zones. And finally, you may think that the world's largest forest is the Amazon, but you'll be surprised to know that it's not true. The largest forest in the world is actually the taiga forest. While the Amazon is the largest tropical rainforest, the taiga forest is the largest boreal forest on Earth, which spans approximately 17 million square kilometers, or 6.6 million square miles. It stretches across Russia, Canada, Alaska, USA, and Scandinavia, forming a vast ring around the northern hemisphere. And there you have it, 50 mind-blowing geography facts from around the world. From ancient lost cities to bizarre natural wonders, our planet is full of incredible surprises. Which fact amazed you the most? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more fascinating discoveries.